book, Radical Xingyi Energetics, you should have seen near the end the very simple protocol where you have your fists down and you simply rotate them up and down the knuckles alternately, back and forth. You can see that in the section called Graduation Present in there. And this is a further development of that. Everything I show you guys always has a deeper layer, another layer. So this is the next layer of that kind of work. If you haven't done the other work with the sword and the techniques and the tombe and the staff, you may not feel anything from this exercise. So if you haven't done that work and you haven't begun to feel the energy, I wouldn't even bother to attempt this, because it'll just irritate you if you don't feel anything and you think it's all fake and all the usual nonsense that I hear. So it's better to stay away until you've learned to appreciate this a little more. Let's not make fun of teacher's pink shirt this morning, because I like to use a natural fabric for this kind of work. It's extremely simple. You're going to take the Xingyi Santi pose in terms of weighting, which is 70-30. You're going to have just any old shirt hanging up, very loosely, very relaxed, soft fabric. And then you're going to grip the sleeves of the shirt, but very gently. Just touch it, actually. At first, you're just going to touch it. Just feel it. Then, close your fingers just to the extent you need to begin to be able to control the movement of the shirt. And also, move your arms very slightly inward in order to get a control of it. But no more than necessary. Just the amount necessary. And then, when you feel you have just that right degree of friction, not even a real grip, just friction, just barely raise the shirt off the hanger. So it's just not quite being supported by the hanger, it's being supported by you. And let it down again, and release your arms gently, gradually, but keep your contact with the shirt. Then do it again. Grip, no more than necessary, stay as relaxed as you possibly can. At some point the friction, just the friction alone, will be enough to allow you to raise the shirt very, very slightly. Just so the hanger isn't supporting the full weight of the shirt anymore. And then release it back, open your fingers, open your arms slightly, and then again, grip it no more than needed. Just that little bit enough that you can raise it. You won't even really be able to see it from the outside. But the hanger has no longer got quite the full weight of the shirt at that moment. The whole shirt is moving up very slightly, and let it go. In this exercise, as you very slightly close your fingers, it's not a clench or a tight grip at all, it's just the minimum. You can keep your mind on the underside of your forearms in this region here. And keep your mind on the idea of that very, very soft, very relaxed, absolutely minimal degree of raising. And you will notice that you can do this without the shirt, and if you do it without the shirt, it essentially becomes equivalent to one of the most basic Yi-Chuan exercises, which involve micro movement and a fixed stance. That's one of the most basic range. There's a whole little set of those kinds of exercises in Yi-Chuan. So you might think, what's the difference? And to me, there really isn't that big a difference. Yi-Chuan is a very sophisticated, very advanced practice. The only thing is, conceptually it's entirely different, since in Yi-Chuan there is no idea of the energy rising from the feet through the fingers. They have a physical, anatomical interpretation in terms of the nervous system and circulation and fascial tissues and tendons and ligaments and so on. Well, we don't care about any of that. You will feel the actual energy as a hydraulic force or a pneumatic force filling you, and this exercise will give you just about everything you'd ever get from doing the far more complex regimen of Yi-Chuan exercises. If you do about 20 repetitions on one side of this very gentle lift and release, and then another 20 on the other side of this very gentle grip, lift, release, and then do, for example, the horse strike that I showed in the other video, you will really feel both the clear, sharp energy and the hidden pneumatic hydraulic energy far more strongly through your arm as you do that horse strike. That meaning the clear energy will absolutely zap you like an electric chair straight through your striking knuckles. So this is an extremely effective exercise both for checking yourself and for further developing your energy.